Saladito Program Time.
Yo, Mitch Panseco Tro Deshpa. Mis saludos y respeto doble a todos. Greetings to all. First and foremost, allow me to thank you for the view. Claso Tramati. It's always a pleasure to come across other people. Pero with that said, I got a good one for today.
Yeah!
So, ya sabes, you know the ritual. Kick your feet up, get your little snack, your feet stole. You know, go blaze up one for the fucking nation. And, alright. Vámonos, Red Show. Animo. Eso. You know what time is it? Smoke it, see. Yeah. Alright. Welcome back. So I just want to touch a few things today. I want to talk about mental health. I've been wanting to talk about mental health. As a matter of fact, I got something on the works. Personal experience. One of my relatives. But I'll get that ready for you guys. So stay tuned. Check this out, man. Mental health, man. Those of you that done time know that all that mental health was or is a no-no as far as getting help behind the walls. You know, you're not able to talk to the psych. You're not able to be under psych meds. Why? I don't have the answers to everything, but I'm gonna do my best to give you what I know. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know it all, but I'm humble enough to hear you and maybe learn one or two things. Que no? I'm gonna rest you. So, my experience being behind the wall, you come across all kinds of different homies, different people. Some homies are off the hook. Some are very intelligent. Some are level-headed. I myself never had a cellie that was a JCAT. I'm sure you guys have heard that terminology. And the JCAT comes behind you see a vato do some stupid shit, like dumb shit. You call him a JCAT, like, pinche vato zafado, pendejo. Okay, so the word JCAT originally comes from the Title 15 from the California prisons. Title 15, Article 9, I believe, indicates how the administration reaches the classification for inmates who have mental needs. Pretty much the wording of the Article 9 is classification JCAT. So that's where that word comes from. An unstable person or inmate would be viewed under that article called JCAT. Now, however, there's been changes on the Title 15. Now it's under Article 10, and it's under psych. Correct me if I'm wrong. PSY. Those are the words that it's under of. So, but still, I mean, JCAT, I don't see that word leaving anytime soon. If a homie's with the funny, I mean, you're already you're considered a JCAT.
Duh.
And it comes from California prisons. For those who don't know, now you know. And this is the real deal. A lot of people don't know. A JCAT's a JCAT 5150. Pinche vato pendejo. No disrespect, but I mean, now you guys know the real deal. Ollie Field. We all know that nobody's perfect. There's a lot of homies on the calles that have mental issues. Están malitos. And they need help. But growing up, I mean, it goes back to Mexican homes, Mexican households, Latinos, minorities maybe, uh, seeking mental help is seen as a weakness in Latino communities or Mexican households. I mean, I cannot speak for everyone, pero I mean, people that I know or grew up around, I mean, como que loco, a la verga, aliviánate, polata cinto, the chancla, come here, vente pa' acá, cabrón. Don't be with that funny shit. De volada, pinches putazos, when you're a morrito, right? Now as an adult, I mean, shit. You know, they'll probably push you away, tell you, go sit in that little corner. En ese rincón ahí, no te muevas, cabrón. Don't move, motherfucker. So, for not knowing that, you know, the son or daughter had already falls under mental issues, malito. And a lot of these individuals back then, I mean, would break the law, and right away, the solution was to lock them up, throw them in the county jail, juvenile hall, YA, whatever it was. There wasn't no mental health reevaluation or any type of help out there. However, things have changed, and I'll get into that. Pero in prison, a homie that was mentally unstable would be viewed as a liability, porque pues a lot of these vatos are taking bombs. Boom! You never know when they're gonna just turn around and take off on their cellies, which I've seen and I've heard a lot of, you know, stories and situations where, you know, man, the homie was like, fuck, my cellie, man, I woke up from taking a nap and that motherfucker was just standing there staring at me without blinking, like weird shit like that. Or, you know, you hear a lot, you know, of them, you know, talking to themselves or coming out some way out shit, you know, shit that doesn't make sense, makes you like, wow, okay, my cellie's not all there. I remember a situation. I was in Tehachapi reception. This is back then when, no. Yeah, I know. Most of Tehachapi's all bad now, but back in the days, there was a little reception there that most of the homies from the Inland Empire, coming from San Bernardino County, they would land there. At the time, I was on the run. I was out there in Fontana, staying with one of my hyenas back then. Oh shit, I'm exposing. No secret. Anyhow, so the fugitive team went looking for me. They busted me out there at the hometown buffet on Valley. Anyhow, big old pedo. I ended up going to West Valley, I think. So I got extradited to LA County. Long story short, I ended up picking up my time and got convicted. And the reception that I landed was Tehachapi. Yeah. So anyhow, being there, I remember going back to the point. I'm sorry, I fell out of. I always do. My bad.
Go away.
One of my vecinos had got at my cellie. My cellie had the blessing of having a little responsibility there. If you catch my drift, you know. So yeah, you know, the homie shot him a wheeler saying that his cellie was kind of acting weird and saying some weird shit. So they were on that Mexican standoff, you know, where he didn't sleep all night. I guess, you know, being in a cell, you have the bunk beds, you have towards the back, you have a little desk, a little stool to sit on, and the window to look at. The homie used to like to draw, so he said one day, fucking, after like little arguments here and there, this vato fucking slit him with a little razor knife, back of his head. Wow! So he got up and right away they went at it. They left it as that, no big commotion. But man, imagine that. I mean, you're not saying nothing. Back then, most of the time in reception, you're locked down. You're in the doors. You come out for day room every now and then if you're lucky. But the hooters are lazy, man. They'd rather fucking cell feed you and have you in your cell. So imagine that 24/7 being locked down, and I mean reception is sometimes like you don't know who's who or was. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are slipping through the cracks. They're not rightly classified, so a lot of pedo be cracking off. So yeah, this vato slit him, lo cortó, sliced him, back of his head, and they got down, and I mean all night. I mean they couldn't do nothing. Vato got at the homie and told him, well, check this out. I'm gonna move you guys separate. They're homies at the end of the day. No, they got Cora. You know, both of them look. I mean, the homie that was a little off, he looked all right. I had the opportunity to talk to him a few times, and he could carry a good conversation. So it was a little shocking to hear that he took off on the homie like that. So the homie had told him, hey, just keep it cool. In the morning, I'm gonna move you guys. So imagine all night, man, just sitting there, you know, and not giving this vato your back because he's looking at you too. I'm sure both of them had their little peas. And I mean, it's either you or me type of shit. But yeah, the homie had to go. You know, he was already disrespecting the other homies. So in the morning, first thing for chow, they cracked the doors right away. Tassels hit the road. And it's sad because sometimes you can't tell these vatos are mentally sick, you know, and they don't say nothing, you know. Of course, they know rules and regulations. You're not allowed to go to the site. You're not allowed to take any type of medication. It's a liability, and it shows weakness. This is the point of view of certain individuals, okay? For the record, speaking in general, hypothetically speaking, this was an old way of thinking. I don't know if it's like that. I hear things have changed. I'll get into that. But there was just a few encounters that examples that I could tell you guys, vatos like that are not all there. I think there was a homie one time that, one time he was cool, little homie with the business. I forgot what barrio. Anyway, I'm not gonna put neighborhoods out there or areas, but he was cool, programming, doing his rutina and doing his thing. This is a different prison, different place, different time, different year, and the vato one day just fucking, you hear fucking the Hudas come in, the alarm go off, and they go to the cell, and knowing where they're at, we know it's a homie cell. So they come out cuffed up. Long story short, the homie says that I guess the vato took off on them. You know, as soon as I guess they were serving chow, we were locked down. Pleasant Valley, there we go. They were serving chow. As soon as they opened the door to give the trades, or to kick out the trades, I forgot. But the vato took off on the homie in front of the Huda, which is a no-no. So that was his way, I guess, of kind of locking it up. But before all that, the homie said he was doing some weird shit, staring at him while he was asleep, throwing little subliminals, and going out on some crazy stories about his hyena. And you know what? On a different note, it's a trip because these vatos, some of them are very, very intelligent. You know, I don't discriminate. I don't put nobody down. You know, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That's the type of homie I am. And I'll listen to some of these individuals, you know, try to entertain a conversation or try to see where I could keep this homie still running the GP line. You know, because I make homies. I don't break them. Because you're off the hook, I'm not going to, throw some homies on you or throw a little dirt to try to get you out. Nah, homie, we're there to help homies, you know. And like I said, I would try to, sit there, entertain a conversation. And a lot of these vatos are very intelligent, man. They're very creative. Their way of viewing the world is just like, it's amazing, And I like to hear it out because sometimes they give you different perspectives that you would have never looked at or never even thought of. So there was a homie in Sad Ev, I remember. His placazo, I forgot his placazo, but I know the homies blessed him with a poste, like post, because he would always stand like and post up like a robot and walking around all flexing and shit. Like a guy, homie had heart. Homie was real quiet to himself. I think he got busted. His mom would cry me. They did a holler together, man. That's how crazy shit is, man. Him and his mom did a holler together, and they were both busted for attempted murder. And he ended up, pulling up, and the homies took him under the wing right away, and that's what's cool, man. When you see a homie that's not really there, but then you kind of give him the benefit of the doubt and give him guidance. And the way it ended, it was kind of like a little sad and a weakness, because he started kind of like little by little kind of falling off, slacking off, doing things that you don't supposed to do, disrespecting people, other races. That's a no-no. But the good thing is that the communication was good there between other races, other Ramplas, that they knew that he was sick. So, in other situations, and I've heard that, vatos that are not all there, that need mental help, do certain things, and right away they start riots. They're a liability, like I said, taking bomb. But when there's communication between other races and respect, they know. And they don't take it personal. What they do, they bring it up to the other representative, the homie that's holding the responsibility for the Rampla, and then you deal with it, And the homie was cool, man. He was really laid back. It's almost like you're dealing with a baby, man. You're babysitting. A lot of homies don't want to deal with that because we're in prison. We're there as it is. You're taking care of yourself. And it's kind of like a headache, when you got to deal with these kids. Well, not kids, but youngsters, and they're not all there. And it's like babysitting. Got to make sure, they get at people with respect. They don't offend the wrong person, other races. They go to the right shower, the right pisser, or in a cell. They're compatible with their celayas, And the good thing, there's a lot of good camaradas that understand and they go that extra mile, humble themselves to help out the homies, do their time, and get them home. But at the end of the day, this little homie ended up, I think he was disrespectful towards the staff, the females. I don't know if he was kind of like exposing himself.
Dude, crap!
They had already told them to, kick back. I guess the hormones got too activated where the homies got tired of it. When it comes to sex, harassment, offenses, exposing, to these female huras in there, that's a no-no. You don't disrespect no type of female. A nurse, a CO, no matter what. Because that could be your, somebody's prima, somebody's sister, somebody's mom. Not only that, but the homies, we don't carry ourselves like that. Now, I can't speak for other races, but I've seen other races. Man, I don't know about the was the J-Cat or what, but all of a sudden you just hear a motherfucking yell, scream, burning. Guess the vato fucking the Jura, the Jaina, was doing her little cuenta, and she happened to walk by, and this vato was bird bathing, but like really like doing something disrespectful. So the lady got mad. He was butt naked, and she let the whole pepper spray on him. Hey, that's what he gets. Fucking pervert, huh? Yeah. So I can't speak for other races. The Morenos, Black African Americans, they're known to do funny shit like that.
No.
Not to throw dirt or smut on them. Facts. Those who know.
Come on.
Anyhow. Yeah. So that was back then. You weren't allowed to talk to the psych. You weren't allowed to take psych meds. And if you did get caught taking psych meds, the homies would pull you to the side in the county, and they would let you know you got a few days, homie, to cut all that. And of course, there were situations where homies kept. I mean, they kept insisting like, hey, I I need my medication. I need it. I need to survive. If not, they're just right there asleep, all depressed. You know, they're not able to function because they need their medication. And a lot of times they got boo-bop, they got rolled up and out the door. I'm sure a lot of them ended up in these SNY yards. And from what I hear, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, things have changed a little bit. Now there needs to be records and proof of you having psychological problems. And I think the homies allow you to seek help. I mean, if you're taking medication and that's gonna keep you from becoming a liability or a ticking bomb, then by all means, help yourself, right? I mean, it's only right. You need medical, you need attention, you need psychological treatment, counseling. Why not? Even nowadays, they have Suboxone, the subs, they're little strips. I think they're pills they give in there where if you're addicted to heroin or drugs, opiates, the Suboxone, the subs are synthetic opiates that help you fight heroin addiction. It's a blocker, so if you have heroin in your system, it makes you go through automatic withdrawals. Correct? No. So now they're supplying that. They're giving people help because they know these prisons are flooded with dope, and there's a lot of individuals that are addicted to dope. But I don't know if what individuals were allowed to seek help or get help, and I think I'll just leave it there because I'm not really aware of if the homies are allowed or not allowed or what. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. And when you get busted, you get re-evaluated. It starts in the LA County Jail, and the paperwork builds up till you go to reception. It follows you to prison. So they got these yards aside from GP and SNY called EOP. Sometimes they have buildings that are just full of inmates that are taking medication. So they got them kind of separate. And sometimes there's just yards dedicated to them, where they got programs for them to help them, deal with their mental sickness. Because at the end of the day, it's a sickness, man. And yeah, people need help. And sometimes, I mean, these vatos get into wrecks where they know what they're doing. Sometimes they play the part to try to get away with things or try to collect feria. Who knows? But, I don't know, man. But I seen dudes get regulated and they get that. I don't know. These dudes have some type of superpower. Getting the calentada, and instead of them getting checked, they ended up checking 2 to 3, 4 homies, like big monsters. You knock them down, they get up, or you're on them, and it's hard to knock them down. And they got that fucking stupid power, stupid muscle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's their mental sickness or the medication. I don't know. If you know, lace me up on that, because I always wonder how they get that super stupid power, Anyways, whether it shows weakness or not, I mean, hey, I don't think the vato's mentally stable to care about that. Why should we? As long as the individual is healthy and following the rules and regulations and not disrespecting any other inmate or other race, or as long as that person is not a liability to start something and disrupt the environment, then I think that, hey, if it's gonna help, why not? But hey, I can't speak for everybody. It's just my point of view. So, I mean, it is what it is, and whatever floats anybody's boat. Straight from the Pacific, to be specific. Calmate, güey. Hey, much love and respect, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, so rough, so tough, man. We got too many people seeking mental needs, and there's need to be more programs. I'm sure there is out there. You just gotta look for them, and let's try to make homies, not break them, no matter their situation, their status, their mental weakness, you know. And hey, some of us are close to these people. Some of us have relatives. Some of us don't. Friends. It is what it is. But my name is Manny, the Jaguar Paul. Much love and respect. It's a pleasure. I need more. Keep that chin up, homie. With that said, I'm out. With a bam, bam, bam.